child sex tourism industry is the commercial sexual exploitation of children in exchange for cash or other compensation. Minors are subject to sexual abuse in order to generate a profit, which is then given to the children directly or to a third party. Currently, the International Labour Organization estimates that human traffickers generate an annual profit of approximately $32 billion from the buying and selling of its victims, including 2 million children. This can occur in any part of the world, as the exploitation of children is not immune to any areas. However, the act is most prevalent in developing countries. People are desperate for jobs and income and are willing to do whatever it takes. Countries such as Cambodia, Thailand, Mexico, Costa Rica, Brazil, and the Dominican Republic are long affected child sex tourism destinations, while destinations such as India, Mongolia, South Africa, Peru, and Colombia are slowly emerging as the new top destinations. This is a very serious and sensitive issue which is often ignored or goes unreported. The exploitation is directly linked to the travel and tourism industry because the individuals who are traveling believe that they can use their status to their benefit and won't get in any trouble by doing so. There can be domestic or international travelers, but they all desire the same thing. The majority of people taking part in the exploitation are known as situational child sex tourists, which means that they are just wanting to experiment and are able to find many opportunities to do so while traveling. While pedophiles exclusively seek out prepubescent teens, these situational tourists decide to take part in the exploitation through spur-of-the-moment decisions. There are numerous reasons as to why this exploitation occurs. Some of the children can be living in poverty and are seeking financial security, or some of them can have a lack of education and don't know any better. Others can be feeling neglect or abuse at home, so they go into the business looking to find some sort of attention or love. Some can come from minority groups and they aren't able to possess anything in society, or some even have jobs that require certain seasons for them to make a profit, so in the off season they go into the industry. Most of the kids involved in the business were either tricked or manipulated into it so that the other people could earn money. Recruiters, traffickers, pimps, mama sans, or brothel owners are all looking to create money, and they are able to do so by attracting these children. They often use violence, blackmail, and drugs to control the kids. Some may wonder why they should care about the situation because it is not their children and they are not directly being affected by it. Every day, innocent children are left with massive trauma from the physical and mental abuse they experience. They are forced to work long nights and days, as well as not allowed to have an education. There are many health concerns such as unwanted pregnancies or the chance of contracting a sexually transmitted disease, including HIV. Once the child is older, there is a large probability that they will experience depression, suicidal thoughts, or resort to alcohol and drugs as a coping mechanism. Many will have a low self-esteem, feel unloved, ashamed, or worthless, and have a large feeling of guilt over them. As kids, they were unable to experience the same social interactions as others and be seen as an outcast in society, which would ultimately create a negative impact on their lives. As for preventing child exploitation, there are multiple ways to do so. The first thing one can do is to do research and investigate specific hotels, restaurants, or destinations before traveling anywhere. Many tourism companies have become proactive about combating child sex exploitations and are able to provide more information such as travel brochures, ticket folders, video spots, public service announcements, and other messages to convey the alarming numbers of child exploitation occurring in the world. Another thing one can do is report any evidence they may find relating to child sexual exploitation to law enforcement or the multiple websites available to people. One of the most basic things one can do to help prevent child exploitation is to only take part in sexual activity with those who are over the age of 18. By getting more NGOs, local law enforcement, tour operators, hotels, tourism authorities, local transport operators, and other tourism professionals involved, they can all work together to help put an end to those who abuse children while traveling.